Hi, we're here today to talk about digital signage, and more importantly, we're really excited to be launching our very own product. It's a new platform that we're calling Xsignage. So over the last 20 years, we've been selling digital signage to a whole plethora of clients, and we've learned from them, we've listened to them about their frustrations, about their expectations, and generally how the market has matured. And we've really put a lot of thought and effort into Xsignage and how we can address those thoughts and concerns. So I'm here with Dan, who is our technical manager, who's been driving this in the background. But very briefly, digital signage, it's a screen on a wall, it's a digital communication channel. But there's some key components that sits behind all digital signage. Dan, talk to me about them.
Yeah, so you've got the layout, you've got the scheduling, you've got the content delivery, whether that be live, static, or anything you need really in a digital format.
Great. So we've got the ability here to create layouts on screens with multiple windows. You can have a ticker tape bar in there. You can have an RSS feed. There's loads of stuff that you can really let your mind run right, your imagination run right with. But more importantly, we can control that content and we can schedule it. So in the morning, you can be saying fire alarm at test at 11 a.m. and welcome to the following guests. And in the evening, this is what the tubes or the trains are doing so people know how to get home. So we can really give you a flexible tool that allows you to run both your internal and external communication, both actually internally within the building and externally. We can put these things outside as well if you wish. But how do you actually control it, Dan? Talk to people about how they actually build a signage solution.
Well, over time, signage solutions have always been local, but we're at a point now where we're on the cloud, so we can do it all from a central point. You can be at your desk, multiple sites, and if I want to put content across multiple sites now with Xsignage, you can do that.
Can I group stuff together, so I could group it together geographically or departmentally?
Yes. So you could have like an office floor, you could have the sales floor, you could have a marketing floor, you could send different content to each screen, you could send the same content scheduled if you like, birthday messages. Yeah.
What about administration? Can I have global users and local users?
Yes. So we could even lock it down to a level where I've got a global user that has control over the entire layout of the screen, and I can give access to users to only update certain elements of a layout. So a headquarters area may say, I want to have control over panels on the left and the right, so I want to make sure the ticker's there, but I'll give a local office or anyone in a certain department content over a certain window to play whatever they feel is necessary for their staff.
And in fairness, most digital signage platforms will do that. Xsignage does, but most will, yeah?
Most will, yeah.
Great. So then we get to the point of what we've done differently with Xsignage. So with Xsignage, we've tried to put it together so that it's easy to deploy. So rather than you having to go out and specifying what screens you want, what media players or what technology you're going to use to deliver that content, rather than you have to plan all this stuff out and then look for CapEx, we will actually supply bundles. So we will supply everything pre-built. We'll supply the screens. We use all high quality premium commercial grade LG screens, but we will supply the screens, the players, we will install them, we'll configure them for one fixed monthly fee. There's a minimum contract length, but you literally come out, you tell us what size screens. We can help you define that, but we define or you define what size screens you want, how many of each screen you want, and then we deploy it and we maintain it, and we are there next business day with an engineer to replace anything if it ever goes wrong. So all of the pain, all of the technical requirement on your part goes away. You just pay a monthly fee for however many screens you've got globally, and we deploy them, and the network then sits in the background, the cloud sits in the background. All you've got to do is think about uploading your content and building your content, which we can train you to do as well. So Xsignage in its delivery is very different from any other platform. With other platforms, you need to define the platform, the players, the screens. We've taken all that pain away for you. So to give you a feel for pricing, a small screen, a 30-something inch, or say a 43-inch screen is about £30 a month, going up to an 86-inch screen, which is about £80 a month. And that's the license, the screen, the installation, the maintenance, everything taken care of. That's Xsignage.
Brilliant.